Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to wait till the first to post, get back to posting full length videos or whatever the case may be, but they just keep calling me. So earlier I posted this short. You mean the chick that was lying on CBS about actually sleeping with the guy who supposedly shot her? You mean the chick that story just simply doesn't add up at all? You mean the chick that just had a dude convicted, undoubtedly, about some shit that he didn't do, and then went on Instagram complaining about how unprotected she is and how unprotected black women are? That chick, that's who you trust? Show off. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can clearly see, anybody who has any amount of intelligence, even if it's that much intelligence, can see that my post wasn't about Megan Thee Stallion, but my post was about a reputable, respected magazine diving on this situation first chance they got and referring to someone who has been proven to be a liar as someone you should trust. My post was about Essence Magazine and the irresponsibility for them to go on Facebook, social media, and to post something like that. And of course, this story has been out for over a year, and I haven't touched it. And the reason that I haven't touched it is because of you adorable fans out there who make it impossible to have an intelligent conversation because you're so fucking biased. You precious fans out there, you precious people out there who look at these celebrities on godlike status, that no matter what they do, they're wrong. Not that I was scared of the conversation, but it's just kind of annoying or whatever the case may be. So I haven't touched it. Even now, didn't touch on the case or the facts that have come out in the case or whatever the case may be. But since y'all wanted it so bad, here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start right here. If you're going on the stand to say, I saw this dude shoot my friend, why in the world do you need immunity? Why do you need the ability to plead the fifth? Somebody tell me that. Only the guilty need the ability to not incriminate themselves. That's it. That's the only people. The person who is fucking guilty needs the ability to not incriminate themselves. Now, with all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, do I have to spell it out for y'all? What could she be guilty of by just being there and visually seeing Tory Lanez shoot her friend? See, the bullshit need to stop because, listen, I give y'all the truth because the truth comes out of love. Anybody can tell you what you want to hear. Anybody can come on and agree with y'all. And the fact of the matter is, when the shit happened, it didn't take me long to figure this shit out. But when the shit came out and it took 5 days, why would it take 5 days? Here's the reason why it would take 5 days. Because those girls had to figure out a way for them not to get in trouble for having that firearm and for her friend shooting her because she was angry because Meg was coming back around and fucking everybody that Kelsey was fucking. So they were fighting. And then Tory tried to stop them from fighting. Tory took the gun and tried to keep them away, keep the gun out of the situation so neither one of them would get in trouble. And guess what happened? Now, some would come out and say, well, why did he offer $1 million? Because any person with any amount of common sense who has watched how all of this shit has played out in media and all of these things that we've seen when it comes to man versus woman knows that he wasn't going to beat her fan base and he wasn't going to beat the natural halo, the imaginary halo that women naturally wear just because they're a woman. So he wasn't going to beat the sympathy that she was going to get just from being a woman. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I present this to you. Anytime that this is a high-profile case, there is a high-profile case, they allow cameras into the court. All right? Federal court. Tekashi. Cameras in the courtroom. Johnny Depp, just a few months ago. Cameras in the courtroom. Except when there is a black man who was going to be railroaded. And here you go. This is some real shit, y'all. You didn't think he was going to be railroaded? Ladies and gentlemen, I present this to you. If this was going to be a fair trial, if this was ever going to be a fair trial, how in the world does Tory get arrested for making a tweet? And Megan Thee Stallion can go do a full interview about the situation. See, when there's a gag order in place, that means nobody who is involved in the case can speak about the case. So when Tory Lanez puts a tweet up this big, he gets locked up. But Megan Thee Stallion goes and does a full interview with Gayle King on CBS This Morning. And nothing happens. You know why? Because they only wanted one narrative out there. And that's the narrative that a black man actually shot a black woman. Shit pretty easy to me. It's pretty simple to me. It's pretty simple to me. If nothing else, you motherfuckers watch Forensic Files. You motherfuckers watch First 48. You know goddamn well you ain't getting rid of that gunpowder residue. And he didn't have none on him. But the girl who pleaded the fifth had some on her. And of course Megan had some on her because she's the one who got shot. So, let me break this down for y'all. All things lead back to business, okay? Megan just dropped the album, maybe 3 months ago or whatever the case may be? Sympathy sales. All of these things, marketing. Now, the Essence thing that I posted, now they're going to make her into, they're going to champion her into being this woman's rights activist, this survivor of some sort. When your own fucking friend shot you. Your own friend shot you. This lady, now, by the way, we're going to go back to that immunity thing. What is it they was trying to keep her from saying? Because on the stand, she admitted that she had slept with Tory. She admitted that Megan had slept with Tory. After she had slept with Tory, she admitted that all of these different things, y'all. Megan and Kelsey's story do not match up. Kelsey went up there to try to get her dude off without incriminating herself. That's why she asked for immunity. That's why she asked for immunity. Because the story that she told up there all but said that she was the shooter without saying she was the shooter, which was why she asked for immunity. And Tory got convicted anyway. Why? Because of the fan base. I said this about R. Kelly. They would be hard pressed to put people from R. Kelly, even if you go back to Bill Cosby. You had Bill Cosby is 80 years old. You had 25-year-olds, not his peers. You had 25-year-olds on the jury who know nothing of Bill Cosby. 25-year-old white individuals who know nothing of Bill Cosby. That's not his fucking peer. And that's what the law says. A group of your peers will judge. See, this whole thing, when we get into all of this stuff, when we get into this fandom shit, it ain't about right or wrong. When we get into the law, it ain't about right or wrong. When we get into feminism and misogyny, it ain't about right or wrong. You know what it's about? Wins and losses. That's what it's about. It's always about wins and losses. Did the person I want to get the result that I want them to have, did they get that result? Not the fucking truth. That's why they have to have a list of fucking people, a bunch of people come up there and actually interview to be the jurors of these motherfucking cases. So they can pick which ones are more likely to vote their way. And this is why the world is the way that it is. This is why the law isn't exactly protecting us. The law isn't exactly protecting us because it's about wins and losses not doing what's right. It's about creating narratives, creating agendas. It's about all of these things not doing what's right. If a prosecutor finds evidence to say that the person that they're prosecuting is innocent, they suppress it. Because it's all about wins and losses. How they climb the ladder is based off of how many people they get convicted. How a defense attorney climbs the ladder is based upon how many people they get off. Their win-loss percentage. That's for sports. What about doing the right thing? What about doing the right thing? When are we going to talk about that? What about doing what's right because it's right, because you have a conscience, because you have to live with yourself? Show the fuck off.